during the course. So like in access control, the duration is 1.5 months, uh, 1 hour per day, and 5 day a week, and then it will go for 1.5 months. So here in access control, what we are telling you, like introduction of GRC, what is GRC, why GRC is used, okay, and what is the advantage if any client is using SAP GRC, what are the different type of advantage client will be getting, okay, and
Okay.
then we will be telling you means what is the installation steps, components are required whenever any client is installing GRC 12. So, so what are the different things we have to look into after the installation? Okay, so here in GRC 12, like basic introduction about the access control, especially what is about access control, and in access control we have actually these four modules are there. So first module is access risk management. Okay, access request management, business role management, and emergency access management. So these are the modules are there, and in each of the module there are different thing we have to do. So like in access risk management we are talking about the risk behind the system in the user level or the role level, what are the different combination of transactions are there that will be given as a risk. For example, if suppose we say like people can change their own salary, okay, salary slip or basic pay, right, and they can run the payroll. So these two transaction if somebody have, they can change their own salary in system, in HR system, and then run the payroll, right? So
Yes.
that should not be given to a user because it is a risky transaction or it is a SOD transactions, right? So like that, the different combination, business transaction combination, their objects, values, that we will be defining in the access risk management. So the purpose of access risk management module is to find the risk in a system and how to remove that risk from the system. That is the main motto of that access risk management module. Okay. So what we are learning here, how to design those rule set, different combinations, the different SOD, critical transactions, and how to find out the risk in a system, and then how to remove the risk from the system. So that is the main logic behind implementation of access risk management module. Fine.
Okay.
So it is just very briefing. I am just giving you a little
Okay. Okay.
idea that what exactly we do. Okay. So in access request management, like whatever we do, the user admin activity. Okay. For example, if somebody join in a organization, so we have to create user, right? So that
Yes.
whenever we create user, then user ID, then only he is able to get insight into the system. So if somebody by mistake locked his ID by giving wrong password, so we have to unlock his ID, right? So
Okay.
this is a kind of user admin work. Similarly, if suppose some user went for a higher study or on the maternity leave, so we have to lock that user, right? So those user we have to lock. So locking, unlocking, creating user, modifying access, all these things comes under user admin activity, right? So this process that we are defining in the GRC, so it will be automated process, and not only this process, but we have to add the approval process also. So if suppose GRC is not there, if in case we have to create any user, so his manager has to send mail so that we consider that his approval mail is there, so that we can create his ID in a particular system. Correct?
Yes.
So with the help of GRC, this will be automated way. So once user is asked to create, he requested to create his ID in a particular system, automatically GRC we configure in a way it will goes to his manager for approval. Okay, we
Okay.
really don't have to interfere anywhere. Automatically it will go, and once manager is approving, then it will come to his to the role owner. So suppose the role which he's asking, it automatically go to the role owner. Once role owner approve, then only his IDs gets created into the system and role is getting assigned. Okay. So
Okay.
so how to configure this access request module in GRC, that we are learning in this ARM module. Okay.
Okay.
So that all things, the different request type is there. Suppose if somebody asks requested to unlock his ID, it will not definitely not go for all these owner process approval process. It will directly go to the security team, and security team can unlock that. Okay, so different
Mm.
requests, different answer, or different reaction. How to define that all configuration we do in the access request management module. Okay.
Okay.
So, whenever we provide access, we have to create role. Okay. So, role is nothing but the transaction code combination that we have to provide to the user. So, if role we are creating any role, so we have to add some transaction code, we have to provide some access. So, whether giving access or adding some role or creating a new role, whether it will be a risk or not. Okay. If suppose one transaction code we add for changing the changing the access or changing the payroll data for employees. Suppose HR person is there, he has to change change the salary structure or update the salary structure of a employee, right? So
Yes.
so if the HR person is able to modify the salary for the employees, and if we give the access for running a payroll, she can make or he can make the changes also for himself and run the payroll. So we have to
Okay.
identify that those access should not be given to a user. So while creating a role itself, we can identify whether if we add this particular transaction, which kind of risk it will be bring. So before creating a role or before modifying a role, we can identify this, and all this configuration related to role creation that we configure into the business role management. So here different methodology is there for different role creation, different methodology process we have to follow. Approval process is being followed, risk has to be checked. So all this configuration we do in the business role management. So our role is always the risk-free role. Okay. So how we design this, that we are learning in the BRM module. Okay.
Okay.
Then the last module is emergency access module. So in case of any emergency, suppose your production system is not working. So what we do, we provide access to the support team for for doing the firefighter activity. For example, somebody says, oh, my standard program is not working. Okay, my configuration is not working. So what we do, like a web person who is the programmer, who is meant as a programmer, he go into production system and debug that program, identify what is the issue is there. Okay, and once his work is done, then we take out this access from his ID. So this we will be automating with the help of GRC. So if somebody is asking for emergency access, it is directly, we don't have to assign to his own ID, but we have the specific ID created in the GRC, which we have the elevated access. So instead of his ID, he will use the firefighter ID. Okay, and he will not get directly the firefighter ID. He has to request, and the firefighter owner and controller, two people will be there. So they will think, they will decide whether to approve the request or not. Okay, and whatever activity is being performed by firefighter ID, that will be captured also in the log, in the form of log. So what activity he's done, which transaction he run, which value he changed, everything is get recorded in GRC. And one person like controller is there whose job is to review what activity he has been performed. Okay, so that configuration we learn in the emergency access. So especially two concept is there, centralized and decentralized firefighter ID. That also we are going to learn in the emergency access management module. Fine, until here everything is okay. Any question? Ram, any question here?
Okay, no questions. I was on mute and I was speaking. Sorry for.
No, it's okay. So once this is about the introduction, once what are the different modules are there, and then these are the configuration that we have to do. So once GRC is installed, then we have to do this basic configuration. So this basic configuration connecting the system which you want to connect to GRC, then grouping and which module we want to implement that we define here. Some parameters we have to do. Okay, and the actions.
Okay, these all things will come as the implementation.
Yes,
How? Okay, I have some in interviews they will be asked for whether you are a part of implementation projects or not, right?
correct.
This will come under that.
Yes, yes.
Okay.
So this is the means initial step, like post installation step we call. So this post installation is a one-time activity, okay, and first
Okay.
activity that we have to perform before going inside the system and do all this configuration. There are some configuration, basic configuration, which is applicable for all the four module that we do here in this step.
Okay.
Okay, that is once we have done this, then we have to run the sync job. So this sync job is there. So sync job means it will bring all this data which is connected with the GRC into the means ECC to GRC, for example, or satellite system to GRC. Like all the user information, role information, transaction information that will be coming into GRC system from other system. Like if we connect ECC system with GRC. So your GRC system can do the firefighter activity, can do the action users thing, can find the role users. Okay. So once this is
Okay.
done, then we have to do the module specific configuration. Okay. So all these four module we talk about now. Once we have do the basic configuration, then we have to do the module specific configuration, like access risk management, access request management, your business role management, and emergency access management. Okay.
Okay.
So these configuration is specific to the different sub module of access control.
Okay.
So in risk management, we are talking about the different type of risk that we have to configure. So we collect all together all the risk and build one rule. So this rule is nothing but we call as a rule set. Okay, which is the combination of risk. Okay, and what is risk? Risk is the combination of transaction code and authorization object. Okay,
Okay.
so this structure we are defining. Okay, and that we have to also know that what is the critical transactions. Okay, deleting a employee is a critical transaction. Deleting a payroll itself is a critical transaction. So all this transaction we define in a critical action. Okay.
Okay.
So how to define? Then what is the permission rule is there? So we can define the permission also, like change action permission. So like that we can define. Even we can define the critical role also. For example, payroll role we made as a critical role, correct?
Yes.
So that if suppose later we want to know that who are the user who are the payroll role, so or critical role, so we can find with the help of system. Okay, that we are configuring here, right?
Okay. Okay.
Similarly,
Yes.
like we will review the SOT review. So if user have the two critical transaction combination, so we will review that whether he should have, not have. So like that we can run the risk analysis, user level, role level, or profile level. So in case if any user have the risk, so uh, how to give them the access. Okay, so if suppose we have to give access even though user has the risk, so we have to take approval from the higher management, right?
Yes.
So that process we call as a mitigation. So means
Okay.
allowing risk with due approval is
Okay.
nothing but we call as a mitigation. Remediation means removing risk completely from the system is called remediation.
Okay.
Okay. Then how to customize the standard risk? SAP provides some standard combination of risk. So if suppose you want to modify or if you want to add some custom transaction code combinations, so how to do this? So that we learn in the customization. Then there are some monthly report, weekly reports are there, some review also we have to do. Business process owners are there, how to configure. Okay, so those we are learning. So if suppose complete A standard SAP standard rule we want to copy. So how to copy in bulk way. So that we'll be learning how to transport that or deletion of the rule set. So all this thing in a bulk way also, like a single way, and also in the bulk changes. How to do this? That also we are going to learn in this ARA module. Okay, access risk management module. Okay,
Same things in every module we will based upon the axis roles and
correct.
difference, right?
Correct.
Okay.
For example, for access request management, we learn about what is a different type of request is there, like creating user, locking user, unlocking user,
Deletion,
deletion of
axis.
user, right? Modifying access. So all this thing we are learning in the access request management. And for each request type, what is the behavior of the workflow? Okay.
Okay.
Suppose creation of user is there or modification of access is there for a user, it has to go to complete cycle of approval process, like your manager approval, role owner approval, or security lead approval. But for locking, only security lead approval is required, or unlocking, only security lead approval is required. So that workflow combination we are matching and defining into this access request management. So here business process we define, sub process we define, then VRF plus an MSMP. This is very important aspect in GRC that we are learning how standard way it is working, how the customized way it has to work. Okay. Then some provisioning setting we have to do. User form we have to modify. Okay. So that we are learning. Then how to activate a specific workflow that we are also going to learn here. Okay. And then in business role management, what is the naming convention of the role that we can define in the BRM? What is the different methodology we have to use? Okay, for if composite role is there, it will be working in some different way. If single role is there, we have to define in some different way. Okay, then workflow also we can use the workflow for role creation process. So whenever we are creating a role, so it has to go for role owner for approval. Okay, whether we are making correct changes or not. So that also we can inbuilt here in GRC. But
Okay.
otherwise in normal way, if GRC is not there, no approval process is there, right?
Yes.
So in this case, then GRC comes into picture in that way. So we can create single way. We can define how to create single role. We can define how to create composite role or how to create master derived role using
Mm.
BRM. Okay. Then we have the uh, business role also. How to define the business role concept. Okay.
Okay.
So and how to create business role. That also we are learning. Okay. And then the role upload is also there. Similarly, for emergency access also, these two approaches there, centralized and decentralized approach. So how to configure centralized firefighter approach and how to configure decentralized firefighter approach. So in centralized firefighter approach, especially like we define how the firefighter access will be accessed using GRC only. So with the help of GRC only, if we do the firefighter activity, that is called as centralized firefighter activity. Okay, and decentralized means in a satellite system which we are connecting with the GRC, that has to be done in the satellite system instead of GRC. That called as a decentralized system. Okay, decentralized firefighter approach. So how to configure that? What are the different reports are there? For that also we can define the workflow. Okay, different log
Okay.
reports are there. Firefighter access when firefighter is used. What are the different activity he had done? Reason code is there. So all this we can define in the uh, GRC firefighter configuration. Okay, so
Okay.
so these are the things we are learning here. So any